Hi, 5th and 6th grade. It's time for another music lesson with Mrs. Pillow. You're going to need a plastic cup again this week, and you're going to need this packet that I gave you. It's got the 2 pages in it. We're also going to be doing some singing, so you need the hymn of the month, and you also need that copy of Do, Re, Mi today. All right, we're going to start today by doing a cup game. And the cup game is called Entry of the Gladiator. See it up at the top. And with the cup game, we're just putting the cup and tapping it, clapping, and lifting and putting it back down to rhythms. This piece is often heard as circus music. I think you'll probably recognize parts of it. But before we actually do the cup game, I want to tell you how the song works. So looking at the song sheet, we have an introduction where we just listen. It's a beginning of it's a fanfare at the beginning. And then we and then we go into the circus theme, which is A. And it says clap, 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 clap. So that's literally clapping with our hands. Play on cup, this whole measure, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay. Clap, tap, clap, tap, clap, up, down, rest. Then we do that line A 4 times. So you go back 4 times. Okay. Then there's a part with the trombone you're going to hear. You do clap, rest, clap, up, down with a cup, rest, clap, tap, clap, rest, clap, up, down, rest. 4 times for B. Okay. And then there is a 2 measure transition where we just listen because the music is showing us something new is coming. We start at C here with the full orchestra. You need to listen for that ting ting of the triangle. Play on cup this measure. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Clap, 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 clap. Rest. Play on cup. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Clap, up, down. You do that 4 times. Okay. Then there's a 6 measure transition that we listen to. And then we finish with D. And it does slow down a little bit. So be sure to listen for the tempo here. Play on cup. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Play on cup again. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Up, rest, down, rest, clap, up, down, rest. And we do that 4 times also. It's pretty quick. Do your best. If you want to try it again, that's the beauty of a video. You can pause it, rewind it, go back and do it again and have fun. Some of you might not want to do it again. That's okay. You can just move on. But this piece is, it's really cooking, and it's a lot of fun to play these cup games. So let's go for it. Okay, get your cup. Get your song sheet or your rhythms close by so that you can just keep your cup right next to where you're going to be playing those rhythms. And here we go. Listening to start. Here we go. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Clap, tap, clap, tap, clap, up, down again. 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Clap, tap, tap, clap, up, down again. Clap, clap, clap. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Clap, tap, clap, tap, clap, up, down again. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Clap, tap, clap, tap, clap, up, down. B. Clap, up, down. Clap, tap, clap, clap, up, down. B again. Clap, up, down. Tap, tap, up, down again. Clap, clap, up, down. Clap, tap, clap, up, down. B again. Clap, up, down. Clap, tap, up, down. Listen. C. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Clap, 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 clap. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Clap, up, down. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Clap, 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 clap. 2 and 3, 4. Clap, up, down. C again. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Clap, 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 clap. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Clap, up, down. C again. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Clap, 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 clap. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Clap, up, down. Listen. 5th and 6th grade. That was sure fun, wasn't it? Good, good. All right, so let's go on. We're going to do what's called theme and variations. Go to your packet and go to the back of the packet, please. It has written the words in, I think, French. Au revoir, dirais-je, ye maman. Okay? And this tune has been written by Mozart. I'm first going to play the theme on the piano. That's what these first 3 lines is, the theme. You'll recognize the tune as Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Sing along with me. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. So that's the main theme of the song, okay? We're going to take this theme and we're going to change it. You can change themes by adding notes, changing the key signature. You could change it by slowing down the tempo. You could change it by taking notes out. There's a lot of different ways you can make variations of a theme. We're going to listen to variation number 1. And after we have listened to it, even try singing along with it, we'll figure out how it was changed. All right, here we go. Variation number 1. Twinkle, 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 little, little star. How I wonder, wonder what you are. Up, 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 up the world, 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 high, like a diamond, diamond in the sky. Twinkle, 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 little, little star. How I wonder, wonder what you are. Oh my goodness, that was a little tricky to sing in a few places there. I messed up, I think. How was this variation different from the theme? What happened to get this variation? It looks to me as though each note was doubled. So instead of just a quarter note, they took that note and divided it into 2 8 notes. See? Twinkle, 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 twinkle. And so every time that you have a quarter note, it's been turned into 2 8 notes, hasn't it? The half notes have been left the way that they were. Now let's look at variation 2 and try to figure out what's different about that variation. Sing along. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. That is the sad version of Twinkle, Twinkle. Why would I say it's the sad version? How has it been changed here? Well, let's look. In this key and this key signature, I see no sharps or flats. Do you see that too? But in variation 2, there's 3 flats. Well, what the composer did was they changed the key signature from C major so that major scale that we know that has no sharps and no flats has now been turned into C minor. And the key of C minor has E flat, A flat, and B flat. So suddenly it has that feeling of being sad because some of the notes have been flatted when they're not normally done that way. are they? Okay. Turn to this page now with all the stars. Now, if you see behind me, I drew some stars and my stars are not nearly as pretty as these stars, but that's okay. We're going to be doing this together and it doesn't really matter what the stars look like because we're putting information inside of the stars. Okay, so we just did the main theme. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. And then we learned about two different variations of how that tune could be changed. Well, we're going to do the same thing. You will need a pencil in a second here. First, we're going to listen to the theme, and then we're going to listen to 4 variations. And as we go through those 4 variations, we're going to be marking in the stars how the variations change. Okay, so here's the first theme. Okay, I'm going to pause it right there. That's the main theme that we just heard. It sounded very much like what we had heard already played on the back of this sheet. There was a few parts that were repeated that weren't repeated here though, okay? Now, here's the first variation. We heard the theme. We need to figure out what's different about this variation. Here we go. Okay, well, I heard the right hand and the left hand playing 2 different parts. So we would say that it had 2 voices, okay? So first star that's got the 1 by it, that's the variation we just heard. We're going to write 2 voices. And then did you simply hear just the melody? Twinkle, twinkle. Or did you hear things like there was a lot of notes, wasn't there? And the right hand was particularly very busy. There was a lot of notes added. So we're going to write RH, which stands for right hand, many additional notes. And if you can read how I'm spelling, that's great. If you need to pause it to look at it or try to figure out your best spelling on your own, that's fine too. Okay, was there anything else about that you'd like to add in? Go ahead if you can think of anything else that you'd like to add in about that variation. Okay, we're moving on to the second example. Here we go. Listen for the theme and figure out how it's different. 2, how many voices did you hear? We heard a left hand part. And we heard sometimes 2 different parts played by the right hand. So let's go ahead and write 3 voices because we heard 3 different parts at the same time. Which hand was busy? Was the lower hand busy or was the upper hand busy? The left hand had lots of notes this time, didn't it? So we're going to write left hand, many additional notes. And then did you notice anything about the dynamics? How loud or soft this piece was? It was much louder. So let's go ahead and add that. If there's anything else that you'd like to add that you noticed about this second variation, you can go ahead and do that now. Okay, we're going to listen to the third variation. Here we go. That one was much different, wasn't it, 5th and 6th grade? Was this an example of the key changing here? Yes, it changed to a minor key. So let's go ahead and add that. Normally, this song is in a major key. Were the notes smooth and connected, or was there some staccato notes in there? Yeah, I noticed separated notes too, and I noticed some sounded staccato to me. I also noticed something about the tempo, so the speed of the music. It was slower, wasn't it? Okay, we're going to go on to the last variation today. Wow, that was something, wasn't it? Okay, are we back to the major key again? Yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that down. We're back in a major key. Was there some changes as far as the texture and as far as were there lots of notes going on or just a few? So a few notes would be thin texture. Lots and lots of notes would be thick texture. What did you notice? Which one was it? Definitely thick, wasn't it? There was a lot of notes at the same time. Thick texture. And then in there, we heard some things called ornaments. One of the ornaments that we heard in the music was something called a trill. A trill is when you take two notes on the piano and you go back and forth really quickly. And trills can be done on other instruments, trumpets, clarinets, flutes. Trills are just two notes that go quickly back and forth. We heard a lot of those, didn't we? We definitely heard trills. And it was very loud. There was lots of strong dynamics in there. Okay, you've listened to a theme and variations now. You're going to get to do your own variation of a theme. Turn to this page in your packet. At the top it says theme and variation. Underneath it says hot cross buns. I put up here at the top corner that it's due May 8th, okay? Make sure your name is on it and the class you can write 5th and 6th grade. Hot cross buns is the tune that is the theme that you get to vary. First of all, there's 4 measures to this song. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the 4 measures. That's it. There's no more measures that you need to change. So down below, there's measure 1, 2, 3, and 4. Before you write anything down here, though, I want you to put the note names on the little lines that they have written in for you. So remember, every good boy. So B is that first note. B, A, G, B, A, G. So you should have them written in now. Easy. G, 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 A, B, A, G. What have you noticed about 3 of the measures in this piece? The first measure, the second measure, and the fourth measure are exactly the same, aren't they? The third measure is the one that's a little different. What you need to do is change measure 1 somehow and put your change down here. You could do B, B, A, G, or you could do B flat, A, G. You could make it a sad version like this. Make it your sad version of hot cross buns. Maybe you could call it burnt cross buns. Ha ha ha. That would be funny, right? Or you could do B, 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 A, G, 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 G. You could add a whole bunch of notes in there, couldn't you? You need to figure out how you're going to vary it. So measure 1 is varied here. You take measure 2 and change it somehow here. Measure 3, you could simplify that if you wanted, or you could add more notes. You could do G, G, A, or G, G, A, or G, A. Whatever you want to do for the third measure goes here. And then whatever you want to do for the fourth measure goes down here. So that your theme and variations is down here from what the theme has given you as an idea. I cannot wait to hear your theme and variations. That should be fun for you. Should not take you long. That's it. Okay, we're done with the packet. We have 2 more things to do for music today. The first thing is we're going to sing our hymn of the month on Christ's Ascension I Now Build. So go ahead and get that out. Let's do verse 1 today. On Easter morning, Christ rose from the dead, and 40 days later, he ascended into heaven, just like our creed states. And this hymn is for the ascension part of the church year. Let's sing it. On Christ's ascension I now build the hope of my ascension. This hope alone has always stilled all doubt and apprehension. For where the head is, there as well I know his members are to dwell when Christ will come and all men. Once more, please. On Christ's ascension I now build the hope of my ascension. This hope alone has always stilled all doubt and apprehension. For where the head is, there as well I know his members are to dwell when Christ will come and call them. Good. And let's finish with that fun song, Do, Re, Mi. Before we do Do, Re, Mi, though, I wanted to remind you of the musical scale and those solfege tones, because Do, Re, Mi goes right along with these solfege tones. So in a major scale, we have 8 notes, and we come back down those 8 notes, and those 8 scale tones have a solfege syllable to go with it. Okay, so if we're using solfege hand signs, they look like this: do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do them again with me, please. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Back down. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. And this time, let's sing the scale numbers or scale degrees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And those solfege tones help us to learn that major scale. Let's sing Do, Re, Mi. Do, a deer, a female deer, Re, a drop of golden sun. Mi, a name I call myself, far a long, long way to run. So I need a calling friend, a note to follow so. Tea, a drink with jam and bread that will bring us back to Do, a deer, a female deer, Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself, far a long, long way to run. So I need a calling friend, a note to follow so. Tea, a drink with jam and bread that will bring us back to Do. Nice job, 5th and 6th grade. See you next time. Bye.